talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, or more specifically, Sodomites. Now, we must understand that when people think the Most High or they think God, we always have to ask in context, which God are you thinking? The God of the Bible, or the deity, the God of Israel, does not condone to the practices of quote unquote sodomy. And it doesn't take a rocket science to see what these or your celebrities, what deities that they believe in. They do not adhere to the words of the Most High or the God of Israel. They're more in line with the Luciferian practices or the Baphomet. A lot of people like to call them witches and warlocks. And we also notice by the color schemes, you see a lot of your entertainers or celebrities wearing all black with the red. But it doesn't take a blind man to see what direction this country is headed in. Like Sodom and Gomorrah, like Babylon, like ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt. These places fell and they were heavily plagued. That's why the scripture says, come out of her, my people. Emphasis on exclusive, my people, not inclusive. But we're going to look up the word Sodom and Gomorrah, or sodomite, to see what it represents. So now we're at the outline of the biblical usage. Sodom. 1. Sodom equals burning. A Canaanite city, usually paired with Gomorrah, located in the area of the Dead Sea and the Jordan River. Both cities destroyed by God in judgment. Now we're at sodomite. KJV translation count. Sodomite, 5 times, unclean. Outline of biblical usage. Number 1, male temple prostitute. The Strong's definition, quadash, from H6942, sacred person, i.e. technically a male devotee by prostitution, to licentious, idolatry, sodomite, unclean. So in modern times, the temple would be, in today's term, the strip clubs or prostitutes or whores. So when you have a male strip club and a female strip club, those are considered prostitutes or whores.
Make sure you roll up your windows. You don't want to get wet.
Keep your hands on the wheel, because Uncle Puss's girl finna take you down to the valley, child.
The governor of Mississippi has just announced that lockdown will...
Now we all should be aware that the valley represents a low estate. That's why the show is called P Valley. It's laughable. But when we look at the scripture, the valley of dry bones, the valley is a low estate. The mountain is a high estate. So-called black people in the Americas are in a low estate. Look at this garbage and nonsense that they promote to the youth.
In next week.
Ooh, you ready for that grand reopening? Hey!
You can't throw a rock without hitting 5 businesses that ain't closed down.
Oh, y'all best appreciate what I've been doing these past 5 months. Keep on, and this booty gonna be gone. So finally, we get to see your last dance, huh? I'm auditioning for some new girls. Beyonce, Need Her, Kelly, and Michelle. The best we had are gone.
So the phallus played a role in the cult of Osiris in ancient Egyptian religion or ancient Babylonian Kemetic mystery religion. When Osiris' body was cut into 14 pieces, Set scattered them all over Egypt, and his wife Isis retrieved all of them except one, his penis, which we call the phallus, which was swallowed by a fish. Isis made him a wooden replacement. The phallus was a symbol of fertility, and the god Men was often depicted as ipophallic, that is, with an erect penis.
Ain't no coach. You are, actually. I suggest you follow my lead.
Effa, I want you to remember how you even got in a position to buy this club. Oh, y'all thought the bank had done.
Like the scripture says, there's nothing new under the sun. Like Aphrodite, she was the goddess of love, lust, beauty, pleasure, passion, and procreation. Now the cult of Aphrodite was largely derived from the Phoenician goddess Astarte, a cognate of the Eastern Semitic goddess Ishtar, which we get Easter, whose cult was based on the Sumerian cult of Inanna.
The last dance, but this a whole new day, a whole new pink.
So now we're at the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. Number 1, a sodomite, consecrated to Astarte or Venus and prostituting himself in her honor. As we've seen in the clip of P Valley, the so-called black man, the effeminized man, is a sodomite, meaning he's a male prostitute. So the etymology for the word consecrate, late 14th century, make or declare sacred by certain ceremonies or rites, or what we call rituals. To make holy, devote, from a simulated form of come, with, together, meaning to devote or dedicate from profound feeling, is from 1550s. Consecrated, consecrating. You can find this in Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 18, 1 Kings 14 and 24, 15 and 12, 22 and 47, and Job 36 and 14. Consecrated to Venus, hence a harlot. Genesis 38 and 21, 22, Deuteronomy 23 and 18, Hosea 4 and 14. As to the legitimate worship of Venus amongst the Babylonians, see Lucian. She now read Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 18. Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore and or the price of a dog. Now I highlighted that because what is a dog? In today's terms, we will call a dog a right? In the house of the Lord thy God for any vow, for even both these are abominations unto the Lord thy God. So now we're at the lexicon, Strong's H3611, Caleb. Outline of biblical usage. Number 1, dog. A, dog literal. B, contempt or abasement. C, of pagan sacrifice. D, of male cult prostitute. So in other words, it's an abomination to bring a quote unquote dog, or which is a male of feminine qualities, into the house of the Lord. So now we're at the Strong's definition. Caleb, from an unused root, means to yelp or else to attack a dog, hence by euphemism, a male prostitute dog. What is euphemism? A euphemism is a word or phrase that softens an uncomfortable topic. It uses figurative language to refer to a situation without having to confront it. For example, if someone was recently fired, they might say they are between jobs, a common euphemism for being unemployed. So the Most High is not pleased with these quote unquote churches under Christianity, which they allow to accept all propaganda and certain agendas into the quote unquote Church of God. Okay, but bitch, noun, Old English, beck, female dog, probably from Old Norse, female of the dog. Also the fox, wolf, and occasionally other beasts, which is of unknown origin. Grimm derives the Old Norse word from lap pidja, but OED notes that the converse is equally possible. As a term of contempt applied to women, it dates from the 14th century, of a man, the 15th century, playfully in the sense of a dog, which is considered a bitch, usually among male homosexuals from 1930s.
Bible, she's called Ashtoreth. In Mesopotamia, she's called Ishtar. When she went into the Greek land, she was called Aphrodite, and then Venus. She is all over. She is the goddess of sexuality, of sexual immorality. She's the goddess, she's actually called a prostitute. She's the goddess who her temples were filled with sexuality. It was made it public. And that has to do with gender, because she says, I am a woman, I am a man. It says it said in her hymns, it says she has the power to transform a man into a woman and a woman into a man. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen if she comes into the culture? You're going to start seeing what she's going to do is she's going to start masculinizing women, defeminizing women, and feminizing men. That touches everything. I mean, it touches our culture, touches the roles, touches radical feminism and sexuality.
So if you have spiritual eyes to see, we're at spiritual warfare. They're targeting the youth. And as the society comes to an end, we're going to start to see their agendas pushed even more. But as the man stated, right, Astarte